Hey guys, Josh here, and today I have for you some gameplay from the Modern Warfare Remaster. Now this game has, to be honest though, like this game was a game I remember playing a lot, but I think I probably spent a lot more time in Modern Warfare 2. This was a game that I never had Xbox Live for quite a while. Like, I think I had my Xbox for a good year before I actually managed to get an internet connection for it, basically because the router was like too far away from it, and like the Wi-Fi adapter cost way too much. Like, I think the Wi-Fi adapter was like 60 quid, and back then I couldn't afford that. I was like a school kid living on pocket money for buying games, so something like that was like a Christmas present or something like that. So I finally got one. I can't remember if it was Christmas or birthday. I finally got the adapter, and I was like, I can finally play Xbox Live. So that was amazing. So the first game I played basically was this online. What a game that was, and what an experience that was to play this online. Just to play it again now is just amazing. But like I said, I spent a lot more time in Modern Warfare 2 over this, but considerable amount of time with this. So I'm using the AK-47 in this, classic gun, probably my favourite just about. I'm not sure, it's the real tight, that's the thing, is like, there's a real kind of clear kind of three weapons. It was the AK, the M4, the M16, and that was basically it. The MP5 was in there a bit, and sometimes the P90, but basically all the other assault rifles in the game were hardly used, and the SMGs were hardly used. It was like these sort of 3 or 4 main guns, which were the only sort of staple ones you used. AK in this game looks and sounds amazing. All the gun sounds in this sound amazing. They've had retweaks and re-records. They just sound more like real guns. They sounded good anyway, but now they sound even better. As for the remake itself, graphically it looks amazing. The textures look fucking cool. Say the models, lighting, shadows, that kind of thing look really nice and pretty. The effects are amazing. I was playing on Bog, which is a nighttime map, and when an airstrike comes over and it hits the ground, the explosions just light up the whole map. It's crazy. It looks so nice. And also the sound design, like I said, the gun sounds, explosions you hear, because it's all been re-recorded in like for surround sound. Originally, I think COD 4 was only like stereo, the recordings, whereas now they're proper surround sound. If you've got a surround sound headset, they sound amazing. So yeah, this is some gameplay of me getting quite a considerable amount of kills on ambush. You might notice a couple of little lag spikes every now and then. I was having some issues. I thought it was just the servers being weird on launch, but my friends of mine weren't having the same problems when I asked them, so I did a restart of my router and it went away, so I'm not sure what that was. It wasn't like consistent lag, it was just every now and then I get a random lag spike. Restart my router, got rid of it, not sure why. But anyway, yeah, other than that, there are some issues, just small issues, other than just the game itself, which are just issues that were issues back then. Firstly, there's no ping counter. You saw it then when I wrote the scoreboard briefly. There's no ping counter or like bars to indicate what your connection is. So when you are having these little lag spike moments, you're not sure, is it you? Is it the host? You just don't know. So it's kind of annoying and a bit weird why that's not in there when it was in the original. So that's a bit weird. Other than that, also, like, the scoreboard is a bit small, so it's really hard to kind of tell what your score is without having to focus for a few seconds. Whereas before, you just quickly glance at it, you could very quickly see what score you had and where you are on the leaderboard. Whereas now it's kind of a little bit more of a stretch to kind of see what you're doing because it is a little bit too small. But that could be easily changed, and the ping counter can easily be changed, and hopefully if enough people say it, then that can be easily tweaked. Other than that, there's no real issues with the game. I have heard some people say they feel it's a little bit kind of sluggish compared to the original. I can't really say that. I haven't really noticed it myself. It feels like it did originally. The one thing I did notice straight away actually was that I tried to immediately, when I was getting shot, slide to get away from getting shot. Of course, that wasn't in COD 4. It wasn't in Call of Duty until like Ghosts, I think, introduced the slide mechanic. I think Black Ops had a dolphin dive, but an actual slide to get away from gunfire was not a thing until recent CODs. So yeah, that was something I really struggled with initially. Other than that, it does have the issues, which were issues back then, which have been improved upon, and it shows how far COD's come, really. First, number of things. Firstly, the M16 is an overpowered god weapon. Most of the time, you're going to get one shot by it, by one burst to the torso. It will kill anyone. 2, definitely. You can get like a group of enemies and just spray it at them, and you'll just be like, do it, and like they'll be dead. You get clats with the thing. It's mental. So that's something that was like, it was a problem then. You saw a lag spike then. It's a problem then, and it's a problem now, but that's just the game, and you can't really change that. Like I said, Raven said they wanted to remake this game as it was originally, and they've done an amazing job of that. People are complaining about these problems with it. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying what the problems are, what they were back then, and just to show how far COD's come. And it has changed a lot. Let's say M16 is overpowered. Juggernaut is an annoying perk. Basically, people can take more damage with a perk on. It's stupid. Martyrdom, so you drop grenades when you die, which can be infuriating. There's a perk so you can get 3 grenades at once. You can have a perk so you spawn with an RPG as a third weapon. Stuff like this, which was crazy to think that COD had them. They're just so game-breakingly unbalanced to be able to lob 3 grenades one after the other. And I think there's a perk to increase your damage as well. Stuff I've forgotten about. Yeah, it's crazy to think that this game had some really overpowered and really unbalanced stuff. People saying that this game was perfect. I wouldn't say this game was perfect. It was fun and it was really fucking good. But I wouldn't say this is like the pinnacle of COD. People say COD's now really bad compared to what this was. No, this was good, definitely. I'm not bad-mouthing COD 4 at all. It was amazing, but it had its issues then. And the series has improved from them, like I said. It's got rid of the bullshit perks. It's really balanced itself out. Another thing is, because there's only 3 kill streaks, your UAV, your airstrike, and then a helicopter. That's like 3 kills, then 5 kills, then 7 kills. People get those sort of kill streaks so easy now because they've had years of training and playing other CODs where you get so many higher kill streaks that you're going to be seeing those kill streaks a lot, and it can be quite annoying. Actually, there's just constantly helicopters in the air, constantly airstrikes coming in. It just shows how the player base has moved on, because back then it was a challenge to think, oh, I've got a helicopter, whereas now it's mental. So those are things that need to be, not be tweaked. That's what I'm saying. They can't be tweaked. These aren't issues. They are part of the original game. This is what people wanted, and this is what pissed me off. People complaining. I'm not complaining, by the way. I'm just stating what was wrong with the game back then, and that's what's in this now. But people complaining, saying you should nerf the M16, get rid of these perks, they're overpowered. No, this is the original. You wanted the original COD 4. You've got the original COD 4. It's really fun to play through, but it is unbalanced, and so Infinite Warfare is a far more balanced game now, especially since the beta. They've increased time to kill, definitely. Anyway, I got game-winning kill here. Kill cam's in it now, which is really nice as well. And I went 27-5. This was like my 4th or 5th game. But anyway, I'm really loving this. Both the games, by the way. Infinite Warfare is amazing as well, by the way. Certainly the campaign. I'm going to be doing a video tomorrow talking about Infinite Warfare, showing some gameplay of that, and also just talking about the campaign and zombies a little bit, doing like a mini review of that. But this is going to be in COD 4. I'm really kind of bouncing back in between this and Infinite Warfare at the moment, between which one I'm playing. I'm kind of back and forward. Like I play about an hour of COD 4, and I'm like, I'm going to do some Infinite Warfare a bit. Then I swing back again to Modern Warfare, so it's back and forward, back and forward. But it's a really good package this year, like as I said before. Two full games basically to play. 2 separate multiplayers to play. It's crazy. But anyway, that's it for now. I'll talk about Infinite Warfare tomorrow, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!